over. And next week, we're going to talk about reunion looks. We're going to talk about the reunion. We're going to talk about casting. Guys, I know shit about casting. So does Kim. We're going to talk about all these casting rumors. What is really true? What is really not? Let's talk about this trailer that we see coming up.
Oh, wait a minute. How about oh my God. I think the biggest moment, the biggest moment, you ready?
Tell me.
Was when Frank Catania said he doesn't see eye to eye with Dolores' new boyfriend. That Dolores was shocked. Dolores was shocked. And Andy says to her, "Are you mad? We don't know what that answer is yet." I text Dolores the other day. I will have some kind of scoop next week as to what happened when he said that. I know why he said that. He said that because Paulie is a very conventional, old-fashioned man. And he might be a little jealous and a little controlling, but he loves Dolores. They're together 24/7. She's crazy about him. That's what she wanted. And he doesn't believe in like your exes being so close and this and that. Listen, I think it's wonderful when exes, my mother and my father were divorced and they both would come to my house for Christmas with their spouses. So I had a wonderful childhood. They never fought in front of me. So like, I think it's wonderful that she gets along great with Frank for the kids, but there are some men out there that would not accept that. Okay. And he's one of them. And I think, and that's the reason why Frank said he doesn't see eye to eye with him, because there's the rift there. There's the rift. I know that inside scoop.
Was Dolores really shocked, or was it more like she knew this already, but she was like, we keep this in the family? Like, why are you saying this? Like, kind of like, I know this already. And like, why, like, Frank, you understand how this works. You're saying this not only on national TV, RJONJ, you're saying it at the reunion. This is like going to become a thing that our family didn't fucking ask for. You should have said this tonight when you knocked on my door before I went to bed.
1000%. That's what I'm saying.
And Frank was like, oh shit. And the producers are like, yeah, Miss Catania, go back to your seat. We ain't editing shit out. Right. Nope. I mean, that's really, okay. Like, we had David, we had all these other people. Like, don't you think Dolores, God, do I cover Dolores on Patreon? That eventually somebody that you might date might not be okay with Frank Catania being your number one. I mean, right now, gun to the head, is Dolores choosing Frank, or is she choosing this new guy? She would have chosen Frank over David. Okay, it didn't work out, and maybe those deep, dark feelings weren't there. But right, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I see what you're saying.
Who is Dolores choosing right now? This new boy or Frank Catania?
I would love to know.
It's a very simple question. You got to choose A or B. And if you're going to choose Frank, then I don't blame this person. You don't think so?
Yeah. She's not going to choose Frank, but she's going to probably try to maneuver a way that Frank
loves this guy.
Yeah, listen, he might be the one filming with her this coming season. We don't know. We don't know how. We don't know if he wants to be on the show. I mean, he is in all her pictures on her Instagram. He's been going to her appearances with her.
Here's what I think. Okay, do you want to know what I think? I think this is the difference between Louis and Paul. Is that his name? This new man, Paulie. Like, I think that this will be part of Dolores' storyline. I think if these rumors are true that Dolores was on the verge of being demoted to a friend of, and now her new feud with Jennifer Aydin is her storyline, this is also her storyline. Her turning around and saying this to Frank, was this planned? Maybe this was planned. Maybe Dolores is smarter than she's now. You know her. I mean, I know her, but you know her.
This is true, but
it's true. But like that's true. But dropping the nugget and Dolores saying, "Shh, Frank, shh, don't mention." Maybe that was planned, because I think it's true.
No, because not when you're with a guy like Paulie. She don't want to stir the shit with Paulie. You know what I mean? If he's a jealous kind of guy and he's already having issues, now Frank's saying it right on national TV, he's going to get him more ticked off. So I think this is perfect drama for her for next season. She's not going to like it, but they're going to work. They're going to play on it.
I do think this, though. This is the difference between Louis and him. I think that Dolores will say, listen, I want you to film. I want you to do this for me. And the guy will be like, okay, fine. I don't think he's looking for fame or anything. I think just
he's
like
not the type of guy.
all these other people that come into the picture, Gina Kirschenheiter on the OC has a new man. I mean, she's had him for a few seasons. There he is. Shannon has her new man. Like, these people, they just have to film if they're part of your life, and they don't get paid, but they will do it for you. So I do think Dolores will say, look, I want you to film. It'll really help me out. And I think he will film. And unlike Louis, who went looking for Teresa on a deserted street, I think this guy doesn't care about. No, I mean, it's true. This guy doesn't care about fame or RJONJ. But I do think he's going to film. But I mean, like, okay, Dolores, this is how it works. Like, didn't you think someone eventually would say, I think your relationship with your ex is a little, and to your point about your parents, I think it's different when both people are openly in a relationship. I think if Frank Catania had a serious girlfriend that he wants to tote out, and, the bedroom notches of Frank Catania's ladies when he's banging the head post against the wall, you don't like that type of talk. I think when when him and Frankie Jr. are competing for who's had more this week, I think if Frank settled down, it would be different. It would be like, I love this girl, and it would just be different. Dolores could talk till she's blue in the face about how they're best friends. It's like, it's different when you're with this person and they're your ex and he's single. It's different, right?
And he's single. Yeah, no, I agree. And he's single. But, he had a steady girlfriend for a very long time that he was living with. So she was a very nice girl, very sweet, very, very quiet, pretty cute little blonde. I don't know when they broke up.
Much younger?
No.
Okay.
Like pretty much same age. And he was living with her for a while. Of course, they didn't bring that out into the show. But he did have a girlfriend for a long time. They just made believe he didn't. That was part of the storyline. But he's not with her anymore. I don't know what he's doing. Because he's famous now. He's going with the young hot chicks. You saw that one girl he was seeing, I think from California or Chicago. I'm not sure where she was. She was a hot blonde. Let me tell you, she was young. She was hot. She had somebody. So that didn't last too long. But he was with her for a little while, so.
Dolores is probably just like, listen, I'm staying out of all this. But I think Frank Catania probably uses his celebrity to get a young lady.
Yes.
Listen, Andy Cohen does the same thing with boys.
Of course.
And I mean, don't we all? Listen, this is how the world
Not me.
Works.
I don't want anybody. Yeah, not me, please. No. But I don't, but people, men and women have to use what I would never want a guy to want me for that reason, which I'm not on the show, but I would, I need support in a different way. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of guy. I like chivalry. I like old fashioned men who pick up the tab and who want to help you and whatever, not somebody who's, looking to get on the show.
I'm not. And I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't want someone to use me for whatever. But I think that if you could convince me that it's real and you are using me and you're in for the long haul, like, I'm okay with that. Like, just convince me. But you got to work at it, sweetie. You got to work. And I'm not saying like I'm famous here. I'm just, listen, you don't think that I go on 1,000 dates with people that are like, oh, so you want to meet Margaret? Well, honey, this is honey, this is our third date. Like,